We definitely want to be able to factor, it looks like. Definitely want to factor for these first ones. We see the first one here, if it's going to allow me to. Sorry, thank you. I have to keep on pausing and playing the whole time. It's okay. I also want to spend the last 10 minutes of class grading. So actually, if we do that, I won't give you guys homework today. I'll give you guys problems to try it if you choose to, but it won't be graded. So I'll let you guys have that. Give you guys a day off. So with our first one here, we want to be able to see that we need a factor. So I'm going to do the advanced snowflake. So I'm going to cross it. Up on top is going to give us -8. The bottom is going to give us 7. And then we have our 2a on top of these, or 2x. Multiplies to give you -8, but adds up to give you 7. -8 and 1. So we have both of those. For the right side, can't really simplify. We can't really simplify, but the one on the left, we definitely can. It'll be x minus 4. So we have our two factors here. They're a ratio, so this will be x minus 4. And then 2x plus 1. Does it matter if I put the 2x plus 1 up in front? Yes. Oh, yeah. So this becomes this. Yeah, other way. Other way. Thank you. Sorry. You're right. 8 -1. Okay. Thank you. We good? We good there? Okay. For the next one, it might look as a condensed form of a version that we've done before. This comes out with the special properties. We could still factor this out. If you look at your special properties, I believe it is going to look like a minus b squared. Where I think it's special property number 2, where this will be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. You see that on your paper? Yeah. If I'm going to denote this, I can rewrite this as 2r squared minus 2 times 2r times 3s squared. You could still factor it if you can automatically see it. Some of you guys can do that. I know that my a is going to be my 2r, my s is going to be my 3s. So I know that the factored terms of this will be 2r minus 3s squared. Did anyone find a different way of doing it? Oh, it's kind of tricky. It's definitely tricky. Okay. The last one on the bottom, whenever I see it with 4 terms at least, I always think of factoring by grouping. Factoring by grouping will probably be the easiest bet. So I'm going to split it down the middle. And I'm going to take out the likely term, or the greatest common factor. In this case, I can pull out a y squared, leaving me y minus 3. And my one to the right, the GCF, is going to be -4. So y minus 3 again. I'm seeing the common factor of these. I'm going to pull that out. So that's going to be y minus 3 on one side. And then we have the other side, which is our remaining term, y squared minus 4. Now, just to kind of show this, am I done there? Can that be factored further? So I'm going to bring this back up. So this is our factors, just so the people in the back can see there. We got to make sure that they're factored all the way. Can this term be factored a little bit more?
Yeah.
We can split it up, right, to the difference of squares. So we're going to get y minus 3. And then we're going to get y minus 2 and y plus 2. Okay. So extra practice doesn't hurt. Definitely doesn't hurt. Cool beans? Okay. I'm going to give you guys your answer sheet right now, your answer to your homework. So if you have any questions, please. Oh, can you do one top? This one.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just reversed. You have it just flipped. That's fine. You have it with the leading term. This is actually better. Right here. Right here. Just on the regular one. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Any questions on those at all? If you have any questions, I would love to cover them. Let me kind of graph these. Ooh, there's a lot. Let me see. Paper. Let me see this. So I can get them cleared. Okay, hold on to your hands. Go down to your leg knees. Okay. Come on. Come on, baby. Let me clear some of this. Hopefully I can write this a little bit smaller. All right, which problems we have? 77, 36, 36, so 37, 77, 36. So let's do 36. So 36 is a really, really long problem. You have a large polynomial that you're multiplying by. So I'm going to try to write this out. I'm going to erase this a little bit just so you guys have I have a little bit more room. The large terms now you can definitely foil this. You can definitely foil. You can definitely foil this, but you might get confused and it might be just kind of hectic everywhere. When you get a trinomial like this, and even like a problem, if you can look on your guys' paper, like you see on, let's see, like 28 is very similar. We can create boxes that represent the functions or represent the terms. So I'm going to create this box. I know it might seem weird in the beginning, but it'll make sense in a minute. And I'm going to put the first term up here. So this would be 3x to the third, x squared minus 2. Then the other one's going to be on the side, 2x. And each box will represent a value. It's just to help you organize it to make it clear a little bit. And all you want to be able to do is we're still doing what? We're still doing distributive property. Okay? So you're still, this is a box method using FOIL. If you wanted to FOIL it, you can do the same thing and it'll work out the same way. If we do it this box method way, we're going to go ahead and multiply them out. 2x to the fifth. Did I do that right? Maybe I wrote it wrong. I probably wrote it wrong. Hopefully I did it right, but we'll see. This will be x to the 4 minus 2x squared. Please let me know if I did this one wrong because I'm kind of worried about this one now. The next row is going to be 6x to the 4, 2x to the third, minus 4x, minus 3x to the third, and then we're going to get the minus x, and then we're going to get the plus 2. Right? So I think automatically I wrote this out wrong, didn't I? Right? Automatically did it? Yeah, I did it wrong. Fail. It's all right. I'm fixing it now. Someone write it down for me so I can fix it later. Okay. We definitely want to be able to add up our terms now. So our terms are going to be the highest polynomial first. So 3x to the fifth. And then we're going to kind of go diagonal here. So this is going to be, what is that? 7x to the fourth. Continue on going. We're going to do our threes. So our threes are right here. This will give me minus x to the third. And then we're going to have our x squared term. This is by itself. And then we can group the other terms together. It might give me negative 5x. And then our last one will be 2. Yes.
Shouldn't it be negative x squared times negative 1x?
Yes, it should be. God, epic fail right now. It's all right. X to the third is okay. So let's do this. Let's do these two, right? This one and this one's going to give me minus 3x squared. And then minus 4x plus 2. Yeah? Yeah. Thank you. So I did these like morning when I woke up. Okay. Thank you. Copy that down for me so I can write it later. Okay. So that one's that one. So definitely 36 was wrong on my paper. I don't even know what that was horrible. That was a horrible answer. It's all right. You're catching me. We're doing it. 77. 77 is our another one that we want to look at. I believe I did this one right. I hope. We get our polynomial that we want to factor. I'm going to do advanced snowflake. Our top is going to be negative 36. The bottom one's going to be negative 5. And then we're going to have our 6x on the top of these. And what we want to be able to see is what multiplies to give us negative 36 but adds up to give us 5. In this case, it will be negative 9 and 4. So these become our factors, but we want to be able to simplify if we can. 6 and 9 can be reduced down to what? By 3, right? 2x, divide everything up by 3. 3 becomes negative. So this is one term. 2x minus 3. And then the other side, can that be reduced? By 2. So this would be 3x plus 2. Is that what we get? We're okay? Ready to do some problems? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Change up the variable. Yeah, I think I just wrote down the variable wrong. But you get it. I mean, you get what was wrong. But thank you. I'm going to fix it. Okay. Questions? Okay. Here we go. Pull out the whiteboards. We'll practice some of these. Are we cool with that? Okay. Try these bad boys out. If you want other visual confirmation, look at your homework problems, and this is going to be, I believe this is 21, and this one's going to be 18. Again, I'm going to do distributive property. Inner, outer terms become negative xy. Then my inner terms is going to give me plus 6xy. And then my last term will give me minus 2y squared. We can simplify out the inner terms and drop everything else. 3x squared plus 5xy minus 2y squared. So we got, okay. Next one we can do here, it might look like you want to be able to just subtract out the 1/2 and 1/2 just because they're next to each other, but we can only do that if they're multiplying terms together. So what I would do is just distribute and then simplify. So I'm going to take my outside term and distribute it each part in. This is going to give me 4/2 because we're adding the fractions. If I'm distributing the last portion, take a 1/2 away from 3. We're going to get x to the 2/2. And it's going to kind of look nice because we can simplify this out to get x squared minus just x. Can that be factored further? Simplified out further? Absolutely. We can pull out a greatest common factor of x minus 1. Look how pretty that looks. So pretty. Is that what you guys got? Either one of these, unless I told you to simplify out, would work for me. So if you stop at one point, you're fine. You're fine. I'll definitely make sure that, hey, make sure on number 15, make sure you guys simplify. For number 7, make sure you guys factor. You know, I want them in terms of 2 polynomials. Okay, here we go. Let's keep on going with these. Tell me the special property you used. This is the special properties that we're going to kind of do. So tell me what property it was, show me it real quick, and then do it. Using the property. If you want to foil it, go for it, foil it. I'm not going to cry over it. I know some of you by this time can actually just look at it and foil it yourselves. Property number 5 is which one you want to use, right? Right? We have A and B. So I'm going to kind of follow this as best I can. I'm just going to input all my third, 1 squared, 1. And then our B will be 2y, 2y squared, 2y to the third. I'll do all my fillers, minus 3, plus 3, minus. All I want to be able to do now is simplify out. So my 1 to the third power is just going to give me 1. My term right here will give me minus 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 6y. So minus 6y. Then we're going to do our next term, which is squaring it, which is 4y squared. So we're going to get plus 6y squared. Just checking to see if you're paying attention. Just checking to see if you're paying attention. You're right. Squared is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And then our last one's 8y cubed. What you got? You can definitely rearrange these to put these in ascending order. So negative 8y cubed plus 12y squared minus 6y plus 1. You definitely want to put that. If you gave me this on a test, I wouldn't cry. So, not much. But I'd cry very much. So this is definitely from the product property on number 5. I gotta grade those quiz, man. I gotta get this quiz. I just don't want to.
No grades in school.
Just don't. I know there is the homework stuff I posted last night. It was late last night, but I posted it. Put my daughter down around 9:30 last night. She was not having it. There you go. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna skip that. So I want you guys to try this one out. I just want to try the advanced foil. So let's do 75. If you're looking at this is on your homework problems. This was 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. And that's a horrible way to write that. So factor. And then we're also going to do advanced snowflake will work. Oh, we can do this one. Sweet. Plus 3. And then we're also going to try 81, which is I'm going to show you a different way than doing it the other way.